Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be testing out the new Colourpop Limoncello collection. I did get quite a few products from the collection, so we're going to test out everything that I picked up. If you are new here, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos, and let's get started. So I've got my yellow on today to match the Limoncello theme. So I have my box right here with all of my goodies. I think there were more products in this collection, but I didn't pick up everything. Throw this out of the way. So this is the packaging on this collection. It is so cute. I am obsessed with it. I love the yellow, and I love that it was all Italy themed. I have been to Italy. I have had limoncello in Italy, so I just love this entire collection. This is the palette itself, and all of the names are on the back. I love that the gold is embossed and this is textured to the lemon. I think it's just so cute. And this feels more hefty than their other palettes. Not sure if that's true, but it definitely looks thicker too. Like, I don't know if that's normal or I just haven't gotten a new Colourpop palette in a long time. But this is the inside of the palette. This color scheme is just so gorgeous. I like it so much more in person than I did when I saw the pictures. And it looks like they have a new mirror format that they're doing. They have the big mirror and then they have this part coming out. I think they did do that with the Liz McGuire collection too, which I actually did not purchase anything from. I was tempted by the eyeshadow palette, but I did not get that yet, I should say. So we are going to be using this eyeshadow palette today. And then I got a few more things from the collection. I got one of the Lux lips. I got the shade Panna Cotta. And that is the shade. It is a pretty neutral shade. I just love all of the yellow. I don't think I've ever tried any of these Lux lips, so very interested to try that out. I got one of the blush sticks, which I've also never tried out. I got the shade Picnic Time. Some of the photos on the website are definitely hard to tell what the actual shade looks like. Here is the packaging, again, gorgeous. And then there is the shade. It is very bright and summery, but that is what we are going for. And then last from the collection, I got two of the shadow sticks, which also I've never used, or these are new from them, possibly. I got Cool Breeze, which is this gold shade, and then I got Style and Ease. That is the navy blue. So I will possibly be using one of these with the palette today, but I'll definitely be using the blush and then the lip product. I did get one other product when I placed the order. I got one of the new Cheek Dew Serum blushes. I got the shade Tumble For Ya. I don't remember getting this shade. Wow, this is definitely darker than I thought it was going to be. So I will use that in a different video because I do want to use the Limoncello collection, but I'm very interested to try this out. So that will be coming in another maybe testing new products video, or I actually haven't tried out the new Colourpop Wine and Only, I think, palette still. It's still sitting on my vanity, so maybe I will use that and then throw this one in that video. So let's get started with trying out some products. I do have my base on, and I did use the Milk Stick bronzer. And now we're going to use the blush stick. I don't really know how to apply this. Let's swatch it first. Okay, so it's definitely harder than other blushes I've used, maybe just because it's a stick. So I want to be very careful with this. So I think I'm just going to use my finger because that's probably easiest. It is pretty pigmented. I mean, it's not crazy, but I'm like barely touching my skin, and I just threw my nail into that. Look what I just did. I just made that huge chunk in there, if you can even see that. Whoops. Get my nail out of the way. I do like that color. I hope you can see it on camera. I can definitely tell the difference in my mirror right here. I don't think it's pulling at my foundation. I like that. It blends easily. But I'm really bad at telling if it does pull up my foundation. I don't know why. I feel like I can never tell. It may be pulling up a little bit, like right here. I can kind of see it. So I'll definitely have to try that out multiple times to see if it does the same thing with other foundations. I just have the Dior Backstage foundation on right now. So it is a very thin foundation, so maybe that's why it's kind of pulling. And I did put that on like 10 minutes ago, so maybe it just dried weird. And ignore my under eye. My eye has been really dry and kind of itchy, so I don't know if it's because I have flowers in my apartment that is making my eyes itch. So now my under eye is just itchy and it looks yucky, so ignore that. Okay, I'm going to set the rest of my face and just kind of throw a highlighter on. Actually, let me throw on the stick highlight from Trestique. I'll throw that on and then set the rest of my face, and then I will move on to the eyeshadow palette. Okay, I didn't fully set my cheeks, but I set them enough. I'm going to prime my lids first with MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. I feel like I always forget to do this, so I am trying to remember. Okay, so I have no idea what I'm going to do with my eyes, but I definitely want to use the blue and the yellows, and possibly one of these, but I'll decide later. So I'm gonna go in with Amalfi, which is the bright yellow first. And ooh, that is pigmented. And I'm going to kind of pull that into my crease, but also pretty much all over the place because that's what I do. That is pretty pigmented for a yellow, actually. That's a really pretty color. And this is the eye that has been a little itchy, so my skin is a little dry there too, so it might not blend as nicely on that eye. I'm going to pull that on my inner corner as well. I might do some sort of halo eye, but I'll kind of see how I get there. Then I'm going to go in with La Festa, which is this blue. I'm going to put that on my outer and inner corners. Oh, that is pigmented too. That is a beautiful blue. I love that. I really like that blue. I'm just gonna add a little bit more. I'm going to add a little bit of Vespa, which is the dark brown. I'm going to add that more to the outer corner and the inner corner. And this is super pigmented, so I'm like barely touching this. And I'm going to go back into La Festa and just kind of add more of that blue back. It is a very pretty, like, powdery, it's not periwinkle, but around there. I like that. I'm gonna see these shadow sticks. So that is, oh, that is very yellow, the gold, then the blue. I've never used any of these before. What do I want to do? I don't want to stick with the blue, so I think I might use the shadow stick on my lower lash line. But for the top lid, let's go in with Touring and Serenade. So Touring is this gold over here, and then Serenade is the yellow. So let's go in with Touring first, and we're going to throw that in the center. And then we'll go in with Serenade over top. So that is without being wet, but I think I'm going to wet it. See if that makes a big difference. I mean, there definitely is a difference, yep. I just added a little bit more. That blue is kind of fading a bit. as I'm adding more. So I have to kind of figure that out. And then I'll go in with Serenade just in the middle, and I'm going to just wet this right away. And again, I'm going to put that like right in the center. Okay, so those colors are very similar. I can't really tell the difference. Yeah, even swatched, they're really close together. Well, on my hand, they look a little bit different, but I thought the yellow was going to be a little bit brighter, but I'm still going to put it on top to kind of get that yellow. Okay, I definitely want that blue back, so I'm going to, where'd my brush go? I'm going to add more of that blue, because I really want that blue color to show up. It does right away, but then it blends out. So I don't like that because the one color in the palette is fading. And I'm gonna add more of that brown just to deepen up the corners. I'm just going to go back into Amalfi, which is that first yellow, and I'm just going to add more of that and kind of blend it all together. Okay, then on my lower lash line, I'm going to add the shadow stick, the blue one in Style and Ease. I think that's what that says. And I'm going to kind of use it as a liner, but I'm going to kind of put it right by my lash line. I'm gonna stick it in my waterline just because, to kind of blend them together. Then I'm just going to take a really, really small brush and kind of blend that out. It definitely has a like crayon consistency. So it is a little bit difficult to blend, which I'm pretty sure these are kind of just meant to add by themselves, but I wanted to use it that way. I'm going to take that same small brush and I'm going to add La Festa, which is the blue powder, and I'm just going to add that kind of over it and a little bit lower just to kind of blend the powder. Okay, then I'm going to take the other shadow stick in Cool Breeze and I'm just going to add that to my inner corner. And then to finish this eye, I'm going to take Touring, which is the gold I used before, and I'm going to use that on my brow bone. Okay, I didn't know if this was going to be light enough, but that works. So that is the eye. I will complete the other eye and throw on some mascara, and then we will put on the Lux Lip. Okay, both eyes are done. I actually do really like how this look turned out. I threw on my Pretty Vulgar The Feathers Mascara. I love this mascara so much, and I think it gives it kind of like a wispy look. So I went a little bit darker than I thought I was going to go, because it is a yellow, bright spring summer palette, but I really like the palette. The blue, I wish would not blend away as much. Right now, you can still see it, so I like how it looks right now. So I don't know if the blue is going to kind of fade away throughout the day, but we will see what happens to that. But I really like this palette. I'm really excited to use all the neutral tones. I like that it is kind of a mix between cool tones and warm tones. This chocolate brown is so, so gorgeous. This is more of a cool tone, and then you have this cool tone shimmer over here, but then you have, of course, the warm tone yellows, and this warm tone brown over here is so, so pretty. I cannot wait to use the rest of this palette. You can get a really simple neutral look with this palette, which I like, but then you add the touches of color and it just makes it a little bit different, which I love. So let's add this Lux Lip. This is a lip oil. What are these called? Lux Gloss. I just have chapstick on, but I'm just going to wipe that off. I have the Colourpop Aquarius lippy pencil handy. So I'm just going to add that, even though this is like, I need to sharpen this, but I'm just going to add that. And then I will add the gloss on top. Definitely applies lighter than I thought it was going to. It smells good. It smells like fruity. Okay, I feel like I put too much on because, you see that? I don't like lip gloss, like when lip glosses do that. I'm just going to kind of pat it a little bit because I definitely added too much. I do like how these feel though. I think they are hydrating. At least right now they feel hydrating. And I like that shade. I like that it's neutral and it does give the lips a nice shine and not too shiny, but enough to have that like glossy look to them. So that is the completed look. Overall, I really like this collection. I will not be using this on my lower lash line again, but I will probably use that on my top lid at some point. Palette I love, which I've already mentioned. I do like the blush stick. I can still see it, but it's not super pigmented on the cheeks, which I like for those type of blushes because you can really get whatever pigment you want. You can get it really light and sheer, but then you can add multiple layers and then that just adds more color. So I will probably play around with that more just to see if I like it or not. Overall, I do really like this collection. I love the packaging. I mean, this is just gorgeous. And I love the color scheme. I love that it's all lemon themed. It is perfect for spring and summer. So I cannot wait to use that more during the next few months and hopefully go more summery on my eyes when I use it again. But that completes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.